Hello. Okay, that was something that I wanted to briefly touch on. And what that topic is attitude versus artistry. And the reason I want to talk about that was because someone presented to me that my speaking, just normal conversation with a person can deter someone from listening to my music or following my artistry. Okay. And with that, I had to write it down because I know there was so much that I wanted to say. Okay, there was so much that had frustrated me about it, but I feel like I wanted to get the opinion of others, and I also had some things to say. Okay, I want to know your opinion about Kiki Wyatt's attitude versus her artistry in comparison to Mariah Carey's attitude versus her artistry. Now, those are two great, amazing singers. Vocal range is crazy, okay? I feel like those are two people that I can put against each other and that are comparable enough to say, now, you can't deny her artistry, okay? And I think Mariah Carey has made a big enough name for herself to where you have to just agree that she's a great artist. Or I personally would think she has great octaves. Okay. Kiki Wyatt was on R&B Divas, and her attitude, her personal attitude outside of her artistry was something that would be like, you know what, I don't really like how she acts. And then maybe you hear later in her interviews about how she had a rough life or think this and that and the other, and how she feels about herself personally, that you would feel like, okay, maybe I need to give her a break, or this is who she is as an artist, okay? And then you hear about Mariah Carey's personal life, and let's just go for something most recent with Mariah Carey. Let's say about this New Year's Eve event and how she basically bombed, what they call it out here is a debacle, what she's created out there. She could have done a lot better, but she chose to just blame everybody else instead of taking accountability and responsibility for herself as an artist, okay? Now, her personal attitude, I don't like Mariah Carey's personal attitude. I think knowing her personal, she says, I don't know her, or I don't know them, I don't even know them. She's so above everything that she just can't be touched. A lot of people do that. My personal experience is I most recently had a video online, and it was doing pretty good. It is doing pretty good. But I also, following that video, when you go through someone's videos on Facebook, once you get done with those videos, it goes to the next video. And the next video was of my video before that, a previous video, where I was basically going in about how people go live without purpose. They just go live for whatever reason, and they're constantly flicking in their hair and doing this and doing that. When I personally feel like whatever you had to do before you got online, you should have did that before. If you felt like your hair was a mess, baby, you should have fixed it. But that was my personal opinion. But because I was cursing and I was saying motherfucker and y'all motherfuckers this and this and that, blah, 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 that prompted this person to say, dang, well, somebody referred the first video to them, which was a good video, and then the second video was of me cursing, so they felt like, dang, that's how she act in real life, that's her personality. I don't know. Wow, that's okay. But my opinion about that alone just was like, really, somebody judging me on my own personality without even knowing me, without ever had a conversation with me, without finding out what type of person that I really am. And me cursing, that's just how I talk. That's my personality. I have a potty mouth. That's not how I would go to an interview and speak. But when I'm talking on my personal videos and speaking about things that whatever my topic that I care about, then I should be able to speak however I want to speak. Just like I feel like I should be able to go around my friends and speak how I want to speak. I shouldn't have to filter everything that I say when I'm talking to my friends, when I'm talking to my family. I shouldn't have to filter my life. And then there comes a time where you have to say, when are you going to find yourself completely being yourself comfortably? You can't constantly go from hot to cold to warm to lukewarm, trying to change your energy for every single body. Everybody. I know that I can't speak certain ways to grandma as I speak to my sister. I know I can't talk to my mama how I talk to my brother or to my cousin. You know what I'm saying? I have to, there's a level of respect. But when my name is Cheron Brash, okay? And if you hadn't looked it up, I think that you should. I think that you should. My personality, and I also, I had a friend of mine tell me, he said, you remind me of Tammy Roman sometimes. Your personality, you really remind me of Tammy Roman. And when he told me that, I didn't have a clue who Tammy Roman was. But most recently, I started checking out her videos, and she has the Bonnet Chronicles, where she does curse and she talks about God, and that's the kind of what you would call the Medea effect, I guess, where she's being honest. She's saying how she feel, and yes, she cursed, but so what? It's not, get the message. Get the message. That right there just showed me how sensitive people are. Some people are so sensitive, they can't take you cursing like, well, I don't know. I don't know if I can be bothered with somebody that curses like that. Well, don't be bothered with me then. Because my cousin, and I know to her, it doesn't bother her, and it hasn't bothered anybody that she's introduced to me, my favorite cousin. Before she introduced him to me, she says, now my cousin, this is my favorite cousin. Yes, she's a little bit crazy, but never mind her. She means well. She got a good heart. She's real goofy, but at the same time, she will curse you out. But it's all in love. It's nothing to really hurt your feelings. It's just the way that she is. And they accept that. They come on up and they say, hey, Cheron, how you doing? She spoke so much about you. She had nothing bad to say about me, because that's my cousin, and she knows this is how she is, okay? But I do want to say that I'm not giving anybody a pass to act the ass. I'm going to say that again. I'm not giving anybody a pass to act the ass. To treat people any old kind of way or anything like that. I'm not saying that's okay to dog people out or nothing. But it's okay to be yourself. Okay? If I had to change, I pity the person who tries to please everybody. I pity that person, because look what type of rat race you running yourself into, trying to make sure everybody is happy with you and that everybody likes you and playing pretty, playing perfect. Honestly, I have done an amazing job in minimizing my cursing. Okay? There are plenty of times that I have said motherfucker, and there are plenty of times that I have not said motherfucker or called somebody a bitch. But there will be times where you will hear that, and I don't feel like it shouldn't make your flesh crawl every time that I do. Understand that this is my personality, this is the way that I talk, and I should be comfortable around people. If that person who honestly, actually, to be honest, had not invested a dime into my music at all, had not even planned on it, making a decision about how I speak personally, why should I care? Why would I care? Everybody is not going to like me. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, honey. I'm not your favorite brand of liquor. And that's okay. That is okay for everybody to not like Cheron. Because what's most important is that Cheron likes Cheron, and that Cheron is comfortable in Cheron's presence. Because if I didn't like me, then I wouldn't even be comfortable enough to be around you. Or anybody else for that matter. I just want to know what's your personal opinion about attitude versus artistry. Do you think that a person should be judged on their personal attitude versus their artistry? And Happy New Year.